Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.
All right, guys, here we go. We haven't done one of these for a while. I've done a couple by myself, but we have time, so we've squeezed in a Q&A. We've got about 20 minutes to answer as many questions as humanly possible. Shall I go first?
You can go first, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Okay, brilliant show. What is he talking about here? This is Cam DeAngelis. Brilliant show. Any future plans for it? What for this?
Brilliant for Ade Gman, or
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It must be Ade Gman. I don't know, to be honest, about Ade Gman in terms of we're just continually doing this. We've been consistent doing this
since January.
since January. We've only missed one or two.
I think when you were in America,
which is always due to me, to be honest with you. So look, we just appreciate the support, and we'll try and do as many of these as possible in the next, I don't know, next few years. I plan on being around with G-Man forever.
Band tag team.
Yeah, we're both going to lose our hair, grow our beard, and that's it.
I'm trying to avoid the losing the hair bit. But
I don't know if it's worked.
I am working on the beard. I'm quite liking it.
All right, what you got?
I think waffles are great. He says, hi, boys. Favorite commentator / pundit, all sports included? That's a good question.
Can I be honest with you? And this isn't just me being biased. Being around Adam Smith, and his voice, and he gets excited like a fan.
He does, doesn't he?
Honestly, he screams and shouts like a fan, and I hear it in him. And I've been around other commentators, and it's I don't know, the moment almost gets them, whereas he gets the moment. So I love Adam Smith.
The energy he brings is incredible. When those big dramatic moments happen, it's just, and especially even in some of the old Sky shows when, what was his name? Danny Williams, when he popped the shoulder and dropped Potter. He's screaming, and that actually captures the moment. I love it. For me, Jim Lampley in boxing, but I love the great Murray Walker, the old F1 commentator.
F1 commentator. Murray Walker was good.
He was brilliant. I loved him. Ian Wright is one of my favourite pundits.
Yeah, Ian Wright's
Ian
good.
Wright.
I just love the moment. Like, again, I don't think anything is beating the Adam Smith, Chris Eubanks Sr. moment. Oh, nothing's beating that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, how special was that?
That was brilliant, actually. That was wonderful. That was a good question.
Good question. All right, Rival 190 M4 says, name 5 fights you want to be made in 2026. Also love your content. AJ Fury's got to be made. Like, what the hell are we doing? Like, what are we doing? AJ Fury's got to be made. Bivol Benavidez, I want to see.
Bivol Benavidez. Obviously, Boots Ortiz.
Bam Inoue.
I was literally going to say Bam Inoue. You took the words out of my mouth. Bam Inoue. And then,
I would love to see Italma in something.
I was thinking
something
Italma.
of note.
Okay, if Italma gets by Dylan White and has a good end of the year, I think middle of next year, the two Frank boys, Dubois versus Italma. I'm going to say, why not?
I think Italma would light him up.
I think Daniel Dubois could take Italma off the ground with one shot.
He literally could. He literally could. Yeah. All right, which one you got?
I have, John S1Q says, how is the guest list for September the 4th looking at? I love the show.
Can I be honest with you, John? Is that John, yeah? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to look straight at the camera with you. John, I haven't reached out to anyone yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's so far away. Well, no, that's a lie. I've tentatively reached out to people. Like, I've told Tony Bellew, and he's like, yeah, sure, Simon Jordan. Like, but I've not really rubber stamped and confirmed them. And for those of you that don't know what John's talking about, obviously we are doing my live show, September 4th, King's Place, London. Hour and 45 minutes, I think we get on stage with the green chair. So it's going to be so
green chair
fast.
on tour.
So what I don't want really is a case of the guests dominate it. I want a few guests. I don't want you to come because you know AJ's coming. Because then, you're not coming for me, are you?
You're staying
come for AJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So not jealous of AJ. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So that's it, really. Okay, this one's kind of on the back of that. The CSI baby says, hey guys, really looking forward to the Green Chair Live. Any plans for a meet and greet after? Wait, after the event? If you're saying after the event, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm staying for as long as possible and taking as many photos and having conversations and doing all of that.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, I tried to do that at Wembley. Like, I saw so many people in the crowd, Ade, and I tried to just jump in. There was one bit where I jumped into the crowd, and I was like, what am I doing in my suit? I had to like control myself. But no, look, I appreciate all the love, so I definitely am Stan and doing everything.
Josh Byfield says, if Ataya was to move to heavyweight today, who should he fight first, assuming he doesn't have a tick over against the lower ranked heavyweight?
If who? A Pataya?
Yeah. Which could happen. I would say, who should Ataya fight next?
What, as in terms of you've got to prove yourself to go in there against a name?
Cabaya. Why not? Hit the ground running.
1 second. You've given him the third best heavyweight.
I think he's good enough.
I would say, I think he's good enough. I'd say Hrgovic. Hrgovic beats Adelaide. I think that's a big enough name.
That's actually good. That's a good show.
Let's not kill him. I think that's a big enough name.
Hrgovic could end up being a harder fight than, you never know, than Cabaya.
Yeah. Okay, this one's from Stuart Foster, 1996. Says, prime Roy Jones Jr. versus Alexander Usyk. Both can weigh in what they like. How does it go and who you're picking? Usyk. If
it's a cruiserweight Usyk. If it's a heavyweight
If it's a heavyweight Usyk.
He only fought once John Ruiz, and John Ruiz and Alexander, you can't compare.
No, I hate this because I love Roy, but no, don't you dare compare Roy at heavyweight to Usyk. No.
The man who eats lemons says, if you didn't support your respective clubs, who would take their place? Liverpool and United. So who would take Liverpool's place and who would take United's place?
Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah. I've always had this thing for Arsenal. I think maybe because I love Ian Wright. I used to obviously work at Islington Council, so I was surrounded by bloody Arsenal fans. I used to love Thierry Henry. I can appreciate these people, do you know what I mean? But I grew up a massive Ian Wright fan.
I do love Ian
massive,
Wright,
and I love him now. I look at him as like my uncle.
I would only ever known him as the pundit, as opposed to the player. Arsenal's a good shout, but I actually go a bit out there. I'd say Dortmund.
Okay, you've left the country, right? Yeah, Dortmund.
I always love Dortmund. Yeah. They're like my kind of. If United aren't doing well, if Dortmund are doing well, I'm happy.
And they're a correct club. Like the way in which I think they freeze their season tickets. They put on buses for the fans. They just seem to be like a nice club, like a properly really run club, not a business club.
No,
you know what I mean? Like a
There's nothing
good club.
Businessy about Dortmund, and the fans are passionate. They're always every season. They're always thereabouts. We love seeing them win it. A few times in the Champions League final as well.
Yeah, agreed. This one from Jamie73521 says, hi gents, what is your take on Matchroom, the big promotional company, like we don't know who Matchroom are, massively scaling back on women's boxing? Are we seeing the Saudi influence? No, I don't think it's anything to do with Saudi. Eddie is so much pounds and pence, and apart from Katie, I think he looks at it and thinks, very much money in it, which could be wrong, but I think that's what he does.
I think so too. I think so too. I think that could be. I think also Jake Paul MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, they at the end of the day, God only knows what they're paying, but Amanda Serrano has changed her life because of MVP. If other girls like Ellie Scottney and Ramlar Lee are seeing that and they're seeing an opportunity to change their life, I mean, they're going to leave.
Yeah, he's never going to hold them back. If Ellie Scottney, her contract ran out, but obviously there must have been a discussion to renew it. If Eddie says, okay, Jake Paul's just knocked on the door, go, he's never going to hold her back because they're probably paying at the moment, maybe overpaying to get all that talent. So I just feel like, look, you can't say Eddie didn't try. I mean, there have been other promotional companies that haven't even given a shit
Eddie
about it.
Eddie was the first to do, it wasn't an all-female card, but it was the prelims were male fights, but the Katie Taylor headlined. I remember, I can't remember who she fought, but it was all female. Was it
Minadar too?
It might have been. Oh yes, because she won. I think it was for 140 or
it was a 140 belt that
Terry
she won.
Harper was on the undercard. Rachel Ball was on the undercard.
Eddie's putting some really good female cards. Putting some really good female cards, but I mean, Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron were great fights.
Yeah, they were great fights. And now he's done some really, really good female cards, and they feature prominently. I think Katie Taylor was co-main for Parker Chisora too. Yeah, I'm sure she was.
Was she co-main for AJ Ruiz when she fought Delphine Pursuit? Who was co-main for that?
I think she might have been, because Kelly fought early on the night. Yeah. He wasn't co-main. I think she was, actually.
She might have been co-main, yeah. All right, what do you got?
I've got HJ2. Do you have any plans to attend events together? I guess tricky if you're working at Ade, and film some content with pundits, fighters, etc. for the channel.
Yeah, I think he answered the question sort of within the question.
Literally.
I just work all these events, and I guess I'm very fortunate. Like, I would have said, okay, yeah, we will go to a boxer event together, but there are no more, as it stands, boxer events coming up in the near future. So I'm at all of them now, I guess. I'm at all the Matchroom ones and the Queensbury ones because of the Zone, which is a very fortunate situation. I mean, look, what I would love to do, and this is my dream, is for me and G-Man to go over and cover an American event together.
That would be amazing.
And, you know, Green Chair Production, whatever. I'd love that. That would be the dream, but that's a bit off at the moment.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it is indeed. Bill Keaveney, 1526 says, what next for Canelo if he beats Terence Crawford?
I'd say retire.
Not Hamza.
No, he's not fighting Hamza. Unless that checkbook. And
Hasn't he signed like a 2 or 3? I guess it doesn't really matter if you sign a 2 or 3 fight deal anyway, does it?
If you retire, I'm sure there's loopholes. Like if you retire, that's it. I'd say retire.
You know what it is about people like that? They just don't want to retire. They don't want to. I feel like they make so much money. Mm-hmm. They love it. It's all Canelo's known since he was 10.
Oh yeah, turned pro at 15.
Yeah. All he's known since he was 10 is fighting.
And all he's known since he was 20 was world level, big paydays. So for the last 15 years, his probably lowest payday has probably been like what a fighter would dream again.
Yeah.
You know, so that's actually crazy to think. But I'd say retire. What do you think?
There's no obvious...
No, there isn't.
Fighter. Like, the way we get excited about Hamza, like, and I mean this respectfully, Canelo probably didn't know who he was a year ago.
No.
Like, honestly, until Turkey's been... And Hamza's coming off an incredible win, but I don't think he looks at Hamza like, this is what I want to do. Like, I feel like veteran fighters want to fight veteran fighters. I don't think he'll do it.
Just because you said that, I would retract the retirement and I would say if he still has his title, he'll fight Badu Jack at cruiser.
Okay, just to see if he can become a five-weight world champion.
And then bow out.
Yeah.
Lizard 4997 says, question, if Tyson Fury comes back, why does he get the chance to fight Usyk for the title? Not fair on the guys like Parker and Kabayel. I tend to agree. I don't think it would be fair for him to just get an immediate crack. But the problem is that fight sells more.
Yeah.
And the character,
why are people acting like they don't know this? Mm-hmm. Like there isn't a queue in boxing. I mean, we just saw Manny Pacquiao not fight for 5 years and get a WBC title shot.
And you probably get another one as well.
Exactly. There is no, like, I don't get wound up by this anymore because I understand just how corrupt boxing is. Mm-hmm. You can jump the queue. It's about money. It's about what money do you bring to the table. Tyson Fury generates, like, look how dull the build-up was to an extent for Dubois Usyk. Dubois didn't really want to say anything. The face-off was rubbish. Fury... You know what you're getting.
Face-offs.
Dude. Yeah, exactly.
3 face-offs for that.
And also, the fights were quite competitive.
They were fun.
They were quite competitive, fun.
Rewatch value was there.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, it should be Parker. It should be Cabio. So, understand, I'm saying it should be those guys. But ultimately, Tyson Fury does this is Tyson Fury. You know, he kind of gets to jump the queue. Manzilla48 says, if both of you could meet one fighter from the past, living or dead, who would it be and why? I think we know my answer.
Muhammad Ali.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, there's not even... I don't even know who the second is. The second is so far in the rear view. Like, I'd meet Muhammad Ali's cousin before I meet his second fighter. I love him.
He said alive or dead. Well, I've never met Alexander Usyk. So I'd love to meet him.
You've never met
I've never met Usyk.
Why did I think you... No. Why do you not go to these pressers and these things like...
The Wembley one was... I just couldn't get the time off. It was too far away. Stratford to Wembley. But I am hoping...
Stratford to Wembley and I easily could have got you in.
Oh, I was already in. I was already on the list.
You had the chance to meet Alexander Usyk.
I know.
And you didn't meet him because you couldn't get on a 45-minute Jubilee line train from Stratford to Wembley.
I know. I have to get a move on with that.
No, but me, without a doubt, it's Muhammad Ali. And it's not just because of his boxing skills. Like, I go to everything with him. I just think him as a human being, like, to have spent 5 minutes with him and just, oh my God.
He's someone who'd have an aura about him as well.
Completely. He would look like he's floating as he walks. Good-looking guy. Like, everything about him, the way in which he stood up for people, the way in which he just spoke his mind. Like, as much as the people now saying, oh, we love Muhammad. You know, if Muhammad Ali was around now.
Oh, he'd be hated.
He'd be hated.
He would be
the way in which
despised.
he spoke back then. So it's weird how people like, oh, we love him. I'm like, you're the same people that would have literally vilified him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's a racist. Chuck him in jail. You know, so, Muhammad Ali, without a doubt, love him.
Here's an interesting one from John Fury. Any good books either you are reading at the moment?
You know, there was a time in lockdown where I bought book after book after book. I will say this, though. I'm not reading anything specifically, but I am a big fan of Lee Child. Lee Child is the Jack Reacher character. And I've got every single Lee Child book. Every single.
I haven't read a Lee Child. See, I do read myself, and I have books back at the flat. I wouldn't really read storybooks, if that makes sense. I'd read more philosophy kind of books. So, for example,
look at you.
I have my book on modern men, although saying it was written in the 650s, I think, by Carl Jung. It's a great read if you just want to look into the mind. Right now, I'm reading a book called Puzzling People. And it's, again, all about psychology. And Puzzling People is a great read. I'm kind of halfway through it now. I read it when I fly. So I tend to just kind of, when I'm flying over, I bring it with me, have the bookmark. It's a great read. Yeah,
I'll tell you an author that I've got a few books of, Malcolm Gladwell.
No, I haven't heard
whose
of him.
books always have... They give you a theory on life, on different people's perspective of the same scenario. And it's very good, because you mentioned mine. It's very good how two people could be in exactly the same scenario and see it completely different. And that's how people sometimes clash. It's quite interesting. Basically, it's a story about a lady getting stopped by the police officer, and she eventually committed suicide in her cell because she got stopped. They tell the story, or he tries to tell the story of the lady and the lead up to getting stopped by the police officer, and the stress the police officer is on, having to do countless stops and kind of hit a quota. It's a fascinating read. I don't know what the title is, but I think if people just type in Malcolm Gladwell, they will get it.
That's on my list now after hearing it. You sold me on that one.
Yeah, very good book. I can give it to you. You can read it. I can rent it to you.
Rent it, okay.
You're making a lot of money. Mayor Adam West 120 says thoughts on Gyökeres to Arsenal and Ekitike to Liverpool. I guess I can speak for the Ekitike one to Liverpool. Very excited. Obviously, Liverpool. Look, I mean, we're still getting over what happened with Diogo Jota.
It's a month now.
Yeah, it's horrible news. And I guess the business side of Liverpool, unfortunately, has to just move on. And you have to get cover.
It
and
is,
so Ekitike, I guess, is coming to almost now replace Jota. So look, very excited about it. Something different, a different style. Looks physically quite tall, a bit more. Looks like Gakpo a bit in terms of quite gangly. So certainly not the same as Jota, but let's hope he can be half as good as Jota was for Liverpool.
Tremendous player. There's no real replacing Jota, isn't there now?
Yeah. Gyökeres to Arsenal?
I'm good with that. I think Arsenal, there's a lot they need. They need like a proper striker.
Yeah, and he's that.
Yeah.
This is the guy that scored so many goals for Sporting Lisbon.
I still don't think it's going to help them with the season this season.
Huh?
I still don't think they're going to do anything in the Championship this season. I think Arsenal, Carabao Cup, they'll win. And that will be, for Arteta, that'll be enough to keep him in the job for another year.
I don't think Arsenal fans will accept that. I think signing Zubamendi, signing Madueke, signing Kepa Arrizabalaga as a reserve goalkeeper.
Which was, I still don't get that one.
Yeah. I think you need a good number 1 and 2, you know. If you really, really want to win the league, I think you need a really good number 1. Like Liverpool had Kevin Kelleher and Alisson.
Yes.
So when Alisson got injured, Kelleher came in, no difference, no drop off.
Feels like a glove.
And I feel like if anything happens to Raya, they now know they've got a good backup. I think they just want a very good player in each position. All right, let's see if we can quickly get one more in. Our last one. This is a good one. Can I chuck this one at you? Because you like this one. Ollie06C says, do you think DAZN should have pushed to secure the deal for darts when it went up for renewal at the start of the year? In turn, that would help grow boxing as you can advertise all your fights and keep everything in-house.
Absolutely 100%, Ollie. 110%. I'm amazed they didn't, because Eddie Hearn, well, it's really more, well, it's a bit about, I think Eddie Hearn's the chairman. They're dealing with DAZN. I know Sky were desperate to get that deal, and that's the reason why the World Championship this year, the first time ever, the winner will get £1 million in prize money. So I get that Sky were desperate for it, but surely that would have been a great addition to the zone to have
that's an own goal.
Darts.
It's an own goal, because darts is by far, I saw the figures, the fastest growing sport in the world.
Yes, and in the UK, it's arguably the second biggest sport in the UK.
Yeah, it's behind football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they did with Luke Littler, I don't know about MVG, but when he played Humphreys last year, that was, apart from football, that was the most viewed Sky I've ever had.
See.
That wasn't a football game.
Yeah, and it's the same audience.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh, yeah,
same
it's the
beer,
same.
drinking, football, whatever. It's the same. Boxing, darts, and football are exactly the same audience.
Literally working class to a T.
It's you're right. It's a great question. Ollie, by the way, is the guy that won the Undisputed game.
Really?
So Ollie, it's actually on the way to you, so you should be able to see it. All right, guys, thank you so much for getting your questions in. We tried to answer as many as possible in under 20 minutes. We'll do the same thing again next week. A lot of people ask, where can you find the Q&A? The community tab, there's a post there about the Q&A. Get your questions in, and we'll answer as many as we can. Peace.
Peace.
Champions are not born, they're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now.
Ade Gman, brought to you by Undisputed.